Hi guys, today I decided I'll do a video on polymer clay beginners. I'm still kind of a beginner in polymer clay, but I'm still pretty much, I think I'm like good enough to do a video on polymer clay. So this is polymer clay, and this is just a oven baked clay. And well, all polymer clays are different. Well, like all the brands, there's so many brands. A couple popular ones are Sculpey, Female, Primo, um, uh, there's different types of female, and then um, there's I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out what it's called. In then there's Craft Smart, which is the Michaels brand, and I've only have used Sculpey, and I really like it, and it's a very nice soft texture most of the time. It stays soft. And this is not air dry, which means you have to bake it. So you if you leave it out, it's not gonna like harden. So you don't have to worry about that. So if you wanna leave it your charm wherever you're sculpting alone for a little bit, it will not dry out, so you don't have to worry. Okay, next thing I want to talk about is the materials you will use. I forgot to get some, but a couple good ones are rollers, which are pretty expensive, like $9 I think, or $7. And of course you can use coupon, but you can always just use highlighters. Um, blades are important, but if you're young, you want to ask your parents to make sure, because if you don't, you might cut yourself. So X-Acto knives, blades, you can get blade. There's a special blade for clay, which is called a poly blade. I think those are like $4.99 at Joann's, and you just really need to experiment yourself. I'm sorry, I was looking at time. So yeah, you just really need to experiment with all with different brands and such. But a good place to get blades for really good prices is Home Depot, because you get a pack of like 20 or so for like $1 or something. Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. Next thing you know is colors. Well, you can buy polymer clay white and then color it with paint, but the color won't be vibrant and the same. It'll be lighter. Yes, as you know, you mix white paint with colored paint to make it lighter. So if you mix it with white clays, the same thing is gonna happen. So colors. So you can always buy colored polymer clay, and they you can get them sets, beginner packs, and they have 2-ounce packages. And okay, if you go watch a video, you think those are gonna be so big. You think they're gonna be this big, but yet they're like this big. So don't get your hopes up. So every time I go to the store and buy bottle, okay, I just look at it like, whew, I can't believe it's that small. Um, your surface. Well, you want to use something your parents won't mind you using, because if you use something they do mind, well, you're getting in trouble. So I recommend this MS stain. I'm trying to do a tutorial on how to make a matte I use a lot, and it's really nice matte, and it's very cheap to make too. It's like, it's only like what, you only need two things: tape and decorative paper. So I'm gonna try to do this tutorial soon, so you could use that, or you could go to the store and buy Sculpey matte they have some craft mats, or like I use like a scrapbooky mat. I see people on YouTube use that, but I don't like my mat. So yeah, um, I'm sorry. I figure all the things you talk. Uh, if you want to make clay charms, this is the thing you put in your charms to make them actual charms, so you can make them into keychains. Whatever. Use their iPads. And yeah, mine's are pretty good. Oh, here's a straight one. And well, yeah, so you can just put that's what you put in your charm after you, after you make it to, so you can make it into a keychain or whatever you like. Next thing I want to talk about is what when you bake them. Well, all different clays have baking instructions. So you cannot bake it. So you cannot bake it if it does not have baking instructions on the back or whatever. So, Sculpey clay is the only one I have here. It bakes, you put it in the oven for, this is just for Sculpey. It's at 275 for 15 minutes. And you cannot microwave this. And you cannot over bake. And if you're young, it says the baking should be completed by an adult. It says watch this after use. Okay. So you cannot put this in the microwave. You cannot, because I don't even know what, no one knows what happens, but if the company tells you not to, I think you shouldn't. I'm pretty sure you shouldn't, so don't do it. They're just trying to keep you safe. Safe. What else? What else? What else? So I'm trying to figure out what else I need to tell you guys. Glazing. This is the glaze I use. It is Mod Podge. Mod Podge, there's two different types of Mod Podge for glazing. You can use Mod Podge Gloss, which has a glossy finish, or Mod Podge Matte. Sometimes it gets hard and hardens at the top. So here's my Mod Podge. And you get this stuff for $4.99 at Joann Fabrics, and that's a really good price. I bought mine for more, so I'm really happy. I just found out like yesterday. Okay. And yes, you just need a paintbrush, and you just paint it on after you bake it. So after this, the polymer clay beginning. So some people paints. So if you do quality charms, or you just want to do a bases, you just gotta need some black and white paint and some pink or whatever. If you want to learn more about quality, I can do a video on it. I might do it today because I'm so bored. So yeah, so that's the polymer clay beginning. And a good way to how to keep your clay clean is you just take a piece of white clay, it has to be white, and you just like massage your finger in it, and it gets, before you use it, and just get off the dirt and fibers and stuff off your hands. This is in your palms and such. Look how dirty this is. You can't really see it, but I can. So yeah. So that's just the power clay beginning. I hope you guys liked the video. Comment, rate, subscribe. See ya.